Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Funs with Hans, or continuation of Funs with Hans, and this is the Lucky 13, the episode 13. So, I got it's a bit different today. I got kind of some subjects to talk about, but it's been a long day, and I feel different about making this episode in particular. Now you may be wondering, like, why? What's up? Anyway, for those of you who watch me on the YouTube exclusively and you don't watch my streams, you're not on the Discord channel and stuff like that, for which, of course, you have all the links down below in the video description. I have decided. This was long in the coming, but I finally decided that I'm going to be taking Tuesdays, which is today, because I'm making this Tuesday evening. It's like 10 past 10 p.m. right now. I'll be taking Tuesdays off from streaming. So if you're only watching me on YouTube, you probably don't know about this, and honestly it doesn't even concern you, because when it comes to Tuesdays on YouTube, you will still be getting your videos, so you don't lose anything. It's just that my Twitch audience who watches my streams basically gets no flambas on Tuesdays. Now you may be wondering why. I've been streaming for almost years now, every day. Now if there's not an emergency, because can't stream on emergency for some reason, or some sort of a trip somewhere, like it was to Gamescom or Prague for casting the tournament or whatever it's going to be in the future, I was basically streaming every single day, and I had no intention of changing that. However, you do kind of after a while start feeling a bit burned, because it's every day. I decided on a schedule like that. No one is forcing me to, but it's what I wanted to do. But you basically don't get weekends. Sunday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday, it's all the same to me. I'm like, I get up, sit behind a PC, first maybe get something to eat, and then sit behind a PC, do all the admin stuff that I need to do for that day. Lunch, start the stream, and then I stream till like late evening, and then stop the stream, do all the admin stuff, and get something to eat, maybe watch something on the Netflix or something, and then basically go to bed. So I really, don't get me wrong, this is not me complaining or anything like that. This is me just basically putting you into the loop. Also, if my voice sounds a bit weird, it's because it's kind of a late night here and I've been up all day. And I'll walk you through my day soon enough, but my voice is basically just tired, I guess. Even though, honestly, to think about it, maybe not that it's tired, maybe it's just taking a break, because I actually didn't spend that much time talking today. I spent most time just doing stuff without talking, for a change. I basically talk every day, all day, so. Anyway, without getting too much distracted, I'm basically decided to take the Tuesdays off because more and more stuff just kept piling on that I couldn't find time to do. And this is basically admin stuff. Like, I need to do more things around the Discord channel, I need to do more things around the Twitch channel. I have like a whole bunch of emotes being right now made, in the process of making. I have some shipments that I need to take care of. Then you have the whole Twitch thing, then YouTube. Like, when it comes to you dudes, I've told you that I will be doing, well, basically 3 things every week. You get the regular videos on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is like 6 regular videos of, live action of battles. And you get every Wednesday Funs with Hans, which is for you today. And this is one of the well, probably one of the rare Funs with Hunts, which I'm actually doing a day early in time, which means you are probably watching this episode around, I don't know, 9, 10 a.m. Well, if you're watching it as soon as it's published. But besides Funs with Hunts, which really takes time, because all the action that you have that you're watching right now, all the games, I have to, you know, manually record in real time. You can't speed up anything or something like that. I can't use my PC while I'm doing it, because if I mini-maze, you don't hear the sounds. That could technically be fixed, but I don't want to just, you know, I don't want to bother with that. And, you know, there's nothing I can do for the duration of this. And I recorded like a couple of battles, and then I basically start the battles, and I need to record my audio, get the intro, the outro, and all that stuff put together, render, upload, yada yada yada. It takes hours. So basically, at least once a week, I need a lot more time to create the video for the YouTube than I usually do, which is usually highlights from my stream, because I value that. Even though, you know, I value this a lot, and I do really enjoy doing these, talking with you and things like that, it's kind of weird to explain. It's just real-time action and, how would you call it, reactions and stuff. Nothing is set, nothing is predestined, you don't know what's gonna happen, everything is live. So you can't fake or frame anything, it's just, you know, it's in real time. How it happens, that's how I like to transfer it to you guys on the YouTube as well. So even if you're not watching the stream, you get to relive the whole thing just the way it happened. And, you know, that won't change. But once a week, when I'm doing Funs with Hunts, it takes a lot more work. It's a completely different thing, completely different set and everything. But it takes a lot of my time. But there was one other thing, the third thing, which I started doing some time ago, and I thought I would be doing it like once or twice a week. Boy, was I delusional. Then I decided I'm going to be doing it like once a week. That also couldn't really happen. Then I decided, okay, maybe once every 2 weeks, if I have enough time for that. And I was kind of doing it for a while, but then you kind of run into the problem, do you actually have enough material for this? Because sometimes you can get enough material in a matter of days, and sometimes even a couple of weeks is not going to be enough to get all this thing sorted out, like enough clips, enough crazy or funny or good or bad situations. So eventually I just decided, okay, I definitely won't stop doing these so-called special compilations. I will continue doing them, but no set time. I will just continue to, you know, collect clips, and when I feel like I have enough clips, and when I feel like I have enough time, I will just, you know, make one of these compilations, and, you know, there we go. And then I basically started running out of time. With the streams being pretty long, and all the admin stuff that it's required of me to do before and after the stream, I really could not find time, because these special compilations take, well, basically first you need the clips. I have a room in the Discord channel where anyone can basically just copy paste the clip they created, and then I need to go to that room. I need to cycle through all those clips, watch them, see which could fit in the compilation, edit them properly, and then compile them into the whole compilation. It's a long process. Basically, Funs with Hunts takes a couple of hours. That can take half a day. And it's kind of hard to do even in one day if you're streaming. Because you just can't find enough time. So I would usually just go and start collecting clips 1 or 2 days, and then editing them and preparing them, recording everything in between, and then when everything is set on a third day, and this is usually not 3 days in a row, because Can't find that amount of time, 3 days in a row. Then I would start, putting it all together like puzzles, and publish it, render it, and all that stuff. And I think one of the the last, if not the last, I think it was like the last special compilation for some reason just really stupidly bugged out, and the audio was crap and everything was stuttering, and I was so disappointed and so pissed. There were really some awesome clips in there, and I felt like a lot of them just went to waste. Plus, at least half, if not 2/3 of that entire compilation, it was just terrible to listen and to watch. And I didn't realize this, of course, until it was already published. So yeah, I kind of apologize about that, but still, besides people constantly saying that, oh my god, it's audio bug and stuff like this, it received pretty much the same amount of views as all the others, so at least that was good. But to cut the story short, it takes some time and it takes some effort. Now, for people who are actually YouTubers and who are not streamers, who do YouTubing, this probably sounds like a joke to them, and they're doing this on a daily basis. But for those of you who stream, and for those of you who stream like 6 to 10 hours every day, plus manage your own Discord, and the YouTube on top of that, and that's just, really, you don't have the time. So eventually I decided, okay, and this is the first day today, I'm going to be taking a day off, and I'm going to catch up on all the admin stuff that I need to do. Plus I had a whole bunch of, in real life things that I needed to do today. I was like, yeah, awesome. And hopefully it's going to be a good sunny, shiny day. Naturally, the day was cloudy, half rainy, kind of crappy. But that immediately was like, oh, come on. Then in the morning, I had scheduled the eye checking, if you want to call it like that, for the eye laser surgery, which is still not certain, apparently. I already went to check my eyes once, and then the doctor basically explained everything to me, and I was a bit spooked because he was one of those doctors that just doesn't give you all the good stuff and try to basically persuade you to do it. He was the kind of doctor who just spooks you. He tells you all the things that could happen and stuff like that. So you basically just hear a whole bunch of negative things. Even though the percentages and everything is on your side, you still kind of get cold feet. And then I decided, okay, I'll just leave it at that for a while, and we'll see, I'll think about it. There's no rush. And then the brother of Mrs. Citadel basically went through the entire procedure. He took the surgery and everything, and he recuperated really fast. He can see now just perfectly, and everything went pretty damn good. Which of course, brings you a bit of confidence. So I decided now, after the TwitchCon and everything, to go get my eyes checked one more time and schedule the surgery. And then we did, and the doctor was basically asking me, okay, so why are you here again and stuff like that. I told him, yeah, I kind of want to proceed with this, and he tells me, based on everything, you can only do this, but I do have a higher blood pressure, and there's this thing that you need to be taking for like a month after the operation, which could be increasing your pressure. And he was like, okay, if you end up taking this for a month and it influences your pressure, then this might be a problem. Maybe we're not going to proceed with the whole thing. So basically he just gave it to me to test it for 4 or 5 days, and then if everything goes well, I can proceed with the surgery already next week. If not, then I don't know, I'm gonna end up trying to persuade him to proceed with it. It's gonna be hilarious. We'll see. And I decided to do this for multiple reasons. Like, I was always a bit I don't know how you would say it, sensitive when it comes to eyes. Eye lenses, no. Glasses, no. So now that I have to wear the glasses, you kind of get used to it after a while, but I would still prefer not having them. And my back is basically killing me. I'm sitting every day, too long. And I'm constantly leaning forward because my vision keeps getting worse and worse. I can't even enjoy in the chair that I got. So I'm thinking, okay, this is definitely going to help me fix that problem. At least I'll be able to sit normal, you know, kick back and lean back and relax in the chair instead of crunching forward like an old grandpa. So, you know, fixing eyes is gonna help me a bit with my back as well. Now you may be thinking, why are you just not wearing glasses? I can't, because with the glasses, looking at the monitor from this distance just doesn't suit me. And I don't prefer wearing glasses more than a couple of hours a day because my eyes just start hurting. I don't know. So yeah, hopefully that is going to go all well, so I can do that. But my plan was basically, yeah, I'm gonna go get my eyes checked in the morning, do a couple of other things which I did not having time to do, get something to eat, come back home and have a relaxed Tuesday, you know, get some time for myself. Now it's 10:30 p.m. and I'm still doing this. So I think I had about an hour off today where I was just checking some random YouTube videos. But basically, since I got up from like 9:30, I've been just doing, well, admin stuff, if you want to call them that way. I wanted to do today Funs with Huns, which I'm doing right now. Hell yes, that I'm actually going to do this and get it done. I wanted to do 2 episodes of special compilation. I wanted to complete all the builds that we have already had before, you know, the captain sheet build, to update, considering the 080 and plenty more patches came out afterwards. We were kind of patient and waiting for everything to settle down until we started updating. So I sent everything to Pret, and now he'll be completing it in the next couple of days. It's probably going to be out and ready. And then we can continue updating it with more and more ships as the time passes by. That was one of the things that I wanted to do. I needed to make a whole bunch of videos from Twitch. Well, yeah, that's just this, and then in real life things. I had about 96 clips. I haven't made an episode, well, special compilation episode in so long that I had almost 100 clips to go through. Download the, well, shit, no, sorry, that's not true. That's just the amount that I downloaded. It's probably times 2 the clips that I had to go through to check, you know, because people just paste everything that they find funny or interesting or good or kill or whatever. Some of those are just, you know, not fitting, but a lot of them do fit. So I had to go through, I don't know, let's round it up to 150 clips. Some are like 10 seconds, some are like a minute, and pick the ones that I want, download them, store them, and all that stuff. But even that wouldn't be so problematic if I knew where exactly I stopped. But I don't know where exactly I stopped. I had to scroll for God knows how long to in this Twitch room on the Discord until I finally found myself staring at a clip that I was sure that I used in one of the previous compilations, because basically I didn't want to waste any of the good clips and not use them, even though I'm pretty sure some of them are gonna get skipped. And that took forever, and then after half an hour or an hour going through that and downloading, I realized that for the past half an hour I've been just going through clips that I already used, but it's been so long that I forgot about them. It was a mess. Anyway, I still didn't basically pick the ones that I'm going to use from the ones that I'm not going to use, because I already used them. So I do kind of apologize in advance if in the future special compilation video you maybe come across a clip or 2 that you already saw. I mean, it's been so long that it's questionable if you're even going to remember and register that you've seen it, but, you know, whatever. I will try my best to get rid of all the duplicates and leave just the proper stuff, which I'm sure is going to be like 70-ish clips. I didn't get to do even that. I didn't even get to go through them now that I've downloaded them all and cherry pick which ones are duplicates and which ones are not, and then those need to be edited, and then I can start working on these special compilations. Now remember, I wanted to do 2 episodes today, like ready to be published in a couple of days or weeks. I didn't even get to do this. And then I ended up doing the uploading and updating the sheet for Pret for the captain builds. So that took some time. Well, it was poor thing. Yeah, I'm sure it will come to me later. I just basically spent the entire Tuesday just doing all these things, and it's remarkable how time just disappears. It's just hour after hour after hour after hour, and then you find yourself, damn, it's already evening. And then I had to, of course, record everything for Funs with the Hunts, and now we're doing this. Whew. You know, I thought it's going to be my day off. It turns out I worked more today than I do on the regular day when I stream, which is a bit weird. But hey, at least next Tuesday I'll be doing these compilations and probably having a lot more time off. So I'm really glad I'm being able to catch up on this. It just shows me how necessary it was to take the Tuesday off, because I was so far behind on these work things. This is not even taking time off. This is basically I was so far behind on things that I wanted to do, and I just didn't have the time to do them. I can't even think about doing stuff outside of this right now because I'm still freaking far behind. So yeah, I think in a couple of Tuesdays off from streaming, I'm just simply gonna have a time to catch on everything and maybe get some time off for myself, and then when everything stabilizes, having a day off is probably going to be good. Also, why this thing is kind of, you know, different. I've been streaming World of Warships for 2 years. I've been playing it for like 4. Playing one game can kind of burn you out. As much as I enjoy it, as much as I love it and all that, and I'm really passionate about it, and talking to Wargaming and to other CCs, and I met a whole bunch of dudes in Berlin. It's, yeah, it can kind of get tiring, and the best thing for a streamer to do is to get away from that game at least a bit and find something else. Recently, I've been playing a couple of other games on stream as well. I would usually just stream for a couple of hours of World of Warships, and then instead of streaming World of Warships for a few more hours, I would transition to a couple of other games, such as Anno 1800, which is an awesome building cities type of game. This is not exactly cities. You basically start with a fishing boat, and you need to build an entire village, turn it into a town, into a city. You have a fleet. You have to worry about trade routes. You have to worry about engaging pirates and being intercepted and stuff like that. It's an amazing game. It's extremely beautiful. I thought about using the footage for Funs with Huns, but the problem is it would have my voice in it, and if it's not going to have my voice in it, then I basically have to restart everything from scratch. That thing takes a lot of time. Like, that game is a time consumer, and it's perfect because you have something other than just World of Warships to play. Really is awesome, and a lot of dudes seems to be enjoying watching it. I will maybe be uploading some of those to YouTube as well. It's just a lot of material, like a lot of hours and hours and hours of gameplay, and not every bits and parts of that is going to be interesting for a YouTube video. And going through that would, you know, cherry picking what's good and what's not would just take ridiculous amount of time. Just to give you a comparison, besides Anno, I've been playing with Monkey and Trendloss and Orla Postscriptum again. Now, some of you have probably checked that already before, and well, I don't know if you like it or not, but we really enjoy it. It's not something that I would play every day as a main game, but it's really awesome to just get a couple of people and hop into the game, make a squad, whether you're going to be infantry or tanks, and just have a blast doing it. Postscriptum has, well, it's not exactly recently, it's been a couple of months at least, received an update for Armored Warfare, where it's basically tank-on-tank battles, and it's just tank crews. There's no infantry and stuff like that, and it's just absolutely amazing. Tanks, looking at the tank warfare in that game is what got me into the game. And then, of course, I played a lot of like infantry, which can also be really awesome, but tanks is what got us all going. Trendlust and Monkey and Orla also joined. They enjoy the crap out of the game, and you will be getting some videos. Come to think about it, I promised to publish one of them today. So when you're watching this Wednesday, which is for me tomorrow, you probably already saw one of those videos. If you haven't, go and check them out. It's an older video that I will publish only today because I just made it today. But that session was played like at least a few months ago. We were laughing our asses off. In the video that I will publish, I was legit crying. I couldn't stop myself. The tears were just going, how much I was laughing. I wanted to do this for a long time, like get dudes from Creed to engage and play some other games, because we're not exactly a competitive clan. We're more like a friendly community. Bunch of dudes, bunch of friends, and we all like to jerk around, and that game can be really funny. Of course, we go try hard as well, and I'm basically telling all of this because there will be Postscriptum videos coming up from now on, and don't worry, I won't substitute World of Warships content for that. This will be all bonus videos that you will be getting basically in the late hours. So, you know, early, not exactly early, but in the morning you get World of Warships, and occasionally you will get in the evening hours Postscriptum or Anno. Or, I heard recently Subnautica Below Zero released a new update. Yeah, you may be wondering, why are we not getting any Subnautica? Why did you stop that? My intention was not to stop with that game. I wanted to continue. I honestly don't even know what was the last thing that I published when it comes to Subnautica. I would have to go back and check. But I have a 200 and I think 37 gigs SSD on which I basically install all the games, all the programs, because of the streaming and everything. I wanted to be really, you know, up to speed, and it's full. I don't have space. I have only a couple of games, and these games are all pretty damn big. So Subnautica, like a few weeks ago, really didn't publish any new content for a while, and I thought to myself, they're probably not going to for a while, so I'm just going to delete it, and when they do publish it, I'll just install it again. 2 days later, they published content, and I was like, are you kidding me? But there's a kind of a good bad thing about it. We don't have bladderfish in the world that I played. When they created the first initial Subnautica Below Zero version, you had a limited amount of bladderfish. For those of you who are not informed, bladderfish is a fish that you catch, and then you make water out of it. There are a couple of extra ways that you can get water, but that is the easiest and safest and fastest way. They go extinct. And they fixed that since, but you would have to restart the campaign to get that problem worked out. They couldn't just hotfix it. They basically had to restart the whole thing. So the good thing is, when I do start playing it again, I'll have no such problem. The bad thing is I'm probably gonna have to do everything from scratch. Now, as much as I enjoy Subnautica and as much as I love playing it, and I'm really into it and hyped about it, and it's an awesome game, I already spent a whole bunch of hours in that game, which is not over yet, and probably not even nearly over. They're going to be developing it for months, at least probably half a year or something, because they publish one patch every month or two. I don't know. I don't know how close that game is to being finished, but I'm pretty sure it's going to take a while before it's finished. I don't want to get burned out while that game is still not over, so I'm kind of saving myself. So for a while I'll be playing Anno single player, maybe even multiplayer, and I will be playing Postscriptum plus regular World of Warships. There's also one more game that's coming out. I think it's called Skulls and Bones. It's naval, it's pirates, it looks awesome. I can't wait till it goes out and gets released. I'm definitely humping into it, and hopefully it's going to be a blast as well. After all, a streamer's or a YouTuber's dream is to have the audience which will watch him and follow him because of him and not because of the game he plays. And hopefully, you know, we can grow more than just World of Warships, because playing just one game can really burn you out, and focusing on one game is fine and that won't change, but having other games to basically act as a refresher is so much better. Like, I could spend 1 or 2 days playing something else, and then I come back to World of Warships and I'm full of energy, I'm really hyped, I'm really positive, and it really helps the content and my spirit, and viewers are probably going to enjoy more as well. So yeah, that's going to be it. It's almost 11 p.m. This whole thing needs to get rendered and uploaded and all that stuff for tomorrow morning, which is for you early or morning Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the day, and I will see you on the stream this afternoon. Have a good rest of the day. Basically, for me, it's good night. Ta-da!